This isn't just a podcast. It's a reminder of what makes America stronger isn't a headline or a hashtag.
It's people, from the ones building our homes to the ones rebuilding their lives.
Veterans, tradesmen, neighbors, and volunteers. Real people doing real things.
Here we find common ground first, and then we work on our differences.
This is the Collective Perspective Podcast,
where purpose, people, and progress meet.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Collective Perspective Podcast. My name is Jeff, and I'm here with my best friend Travis. What's up, Trav?
What's up, Jeff? What's up, everybody out there?
And today we're talking about the next divide. Most people might think it's AI, but it's actually thinkers versus repeaters.
I like the topic of this, the thinkers versus repeaters. Let's see how this goes. I think this is a very pertinent topic for today.
So when people talk about AI replacing humans, what do you think they're really afraid of?
I think they're afraid of losing their productivity, their source of income. That's what I think a lot of people are afraid of, it taking their job, and they don't have any other skill set to provide for their family.
Right. And, you know, we were talking about it, and I was talking to my daughter about it yesterday. And I said, and she was talking about her job at Target, right? And she said, well, you know, Target is only like a pass-through job. It's just something to get as stepstone to get somewhere else. And I'm like, yeah, but for somebody, that is their job. That is all they have. That's their skill set. And she goes, and that's why I'm going to school to get educated.
Good.
I think what people are afraid of is them being replaced, their value being diminished because they don't have this skill set. But I would challenge whoever's watching that if you know how to use AI as a tool and not a replacement for something, you know, like we use tools for a lot of things to enhance our lives, like the phone that's in your hand.
The word processor, the computer, the typewriter, all of those things were advancements to help reduce the time spent doing certain tasks.
So how is AI any different? Well, it's only different in the context of how you want to use it. I think what people are afraid of is the Terminator. I'm afraid of that shit too.
You know, and I think that would be the extreme case, yeah. So do you think technology is making people smarter, or is it giving them faster access to information?
Well, I was going to wait to the end, but I think this is probably the best point to introduce what I was going to add to the conversation other than our outline. And that was like Albert Einstein once said, it's not the information that you retain that makes you intelligent, it's how to find the information. So, in the context of AI, if you know how to find the information and you decide to release it as something that, hey, I did this research and I agree with this, I've looked at other avenues, and this seems to be what I want to say and represent with what my point of view is or my perspective is, and here it is. And it took me 5 seconds.
Really?
Versus you taking... Yeah, I was trying to explain to my daughter, or actually my son yesterday, was that we're talking about back when we were kids, the only way that we can find information was how?
Card catalog, library,
you had to go to the library, right?
Yeah.
Your parents owned encyclopedias. If you wanted to know the definition of a word, you could go, hey, Siri, what does this mean? Right?
Right.
You had to go to the library and look it up yourself, or find the book and thumb through it and figure it out. So here we are, 25, 30 years later, and you're afraid of AI, but you're okay with all that.
So what we've done is we've taken our researching ability and put it into what we collectively call artificial intelligence. Is it intelligence? No, it's just scouring all these languages and words and trying to find the best solution to the question that you posed. There's some AI, artificial intelligence. That kind of is hard. Is it really intelligent? Everything that we've talked to on these, it says no, it's just giving you information. somewhat it can be somewhat biased information, as we've seen. The one that we use here on the show doesn't give any harmful or bad intended or intentions for things to do. It doesn't want to hurt your feelings.
What's kind of interesting is the people that want to replace, and you see it all over your algorithms on social media. Hey, you can replace so and so. You can replace this person. But in actuality, when people call and talk to something, I don't know who these people think they're just trying to push this technology on you, right? Like they tried to push 8K on you. They tried to push Blu-ray on you. They try to push all of this technology on you constantly. And that's all that really is them trying to say, hey, look, buy my app and I'm going to rip you off. And no.
Buy my app and I'm going to save you 10 seconds of time or whatever.
But in actuality, people like myself, I don't want to call AT&T and get someone else in some foreign country even. And now you're going to give me some like bot? Like, get out of here, man. It's just, it's not what people want. And I think that's what I fear, is people just trying to replace humans in that aspect.
I don't think that will be fully implemented, because I think there would be a revolt. People would stop using those products that rely heavily on automated services like that without being able to fix a problem relatively quickly.
Why do some people sound knowledgeable about a certain topic, and then when you ask them a second or third question, they just really don't know what they're talking about?
Probably because they've searched for talking points. They only know the surface level of whatever that topic is. They're not really into it. They might have a passing itch they got to scratch, so they go and look something up real quick. And they think they have a deep understanding of something, but they've only barely scratched the surface. So when you're asking thoughtful follow-up questions to try to improve your knowledge, they fall apart because they've barely scratched the surface themselves.
And here's a modern day example, is that I know if I put a 60-second short together, it's not going to travel as far into the algorithm as if I put a 20-second short.
Really?
Yes, it's a fact.
Nice. So
they don't want to hang on for a minute, but they'll hang on for 20 seconds.
Short attention spans.
That's what we're talking about, man. Those are the people that like, well, I heard this, but they don't know any other context about it. It's like in our last episode, Death of the Nuance.
Yeah. The
death of the nuance is in a reel or short. But I tell you that I use a reel or a short to get your attention to watch the larger picture.
And I think I think that might be the intention of a lot of creators, to use the shorts in such a manner, but it doesn't necessarily translate. I think people just look at the shorts, get the little bit of information from that, and that's all they take. So if two people had access to the same AI tool, why would one outperform the other, or why is one better than the other?
One of two things. You have the free version. You just don't want to invest the time or invest. And that's really what it is. The answer is that the more that I put into my personal AI chat, the more it gets to know me, the way that I think. When I start to, if I were to come out with a negative thing and put it in there, it would say, hey, hang on a second. You got to think about it this way. But see, that's because that's what I asked it to do.
Your master prompt.
I've master prompted to the point where, hey, what would I say about this? And I can read it and go, you know what? That sounds about right. That sounds about what I would say. I don't see it really replacing myself, but it's kind of like, it's a cheat. It's a faster tool to get something written faster to pass on information to me.
And I can respect that, because it does help move your day along a little bit quicker, especially with the type of work that some of us do.
Do you think the future belongs to people that know the information or people that know how to think?
I think that's a good question. I think that people that know how to think can find the information. The ones that know the information, however they got it, if it was just a short burst of, oh, this is what I got. I think the ones that think can put the pieces together a little bit more clearly. So I think the people that think are really the future.
The future belongs to the people with the most information, or the people who know how to think. I think they're both important.
Well,
right? You can have all of the knowledge and the information because you read this book. And let's say it's whatever topic it is that you've studied this, you have a degree in this, but if you don't know how to apply it in the real world, or you don't know how to talk to someone, or now you're a leader and you're not a good leader, you just have this information, then how effective are you really?
So I think the ones that know how to think, the future belongs to those that know how to think.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you're right. Because every one of us has access to the information.
Right. But here, I don't know that answer. Let me get the information and think about an answer to get back to you.
And some people will just put it in their chatbot or their AI, get a surface level answer, where the ones that think can take the same tool and look it up themselves and have a more robust understanding and better depth of knowledge.
That, or at least proofread what you put before you copy and paste it. It's highly recommended. So, hey, I wanted to watch this video and get your context or your input. So check this out.
I think your generation's upcoming battle won't be humans against AI. That's at least 2 months away. It's gonna be people with substance versus people with shallow knowledge. It's gonna be mastery versus faking it. It's gonna be people with good taste versus tacky. I trust you will put in the work necessary to be on the right side of those battles.
So what does he mean by, I hope you were to put in the work necessary to...
Well, I think that's true in any case. Put in the work necessary to succeed, I think, is what he's leaving out. And that's part of thinking. What is he trying to say? Put in the work necessary to succeed. And that way, when you do it, everything will come a little bit, it'll be easier for you to replicate. Having full depth of knowledge and nuance is knowing, say, how to put a certain bolt in a certain hole on a car at just the right angle versus somebody going in there and just trying to jam it in. Anybody can try to fit a circle in a hole, but knowing the right direction and the nuance of how to put it in there is more important than just having the answer.
So what we want you to, and what we'll close you with, is as technology continues to advance, what will become more valuable, answers or knowing how to think?
It's a great question. Let us know. Drop a comment below, give us a like, share, and subscribe.
Hey, thanks for watching this episode, and the best thing that you can do for us is to hit subscribe and share it to a friend and have a conversation about what we talked about. Thank you for watching.
Later, guys.
Peace out.